This summer sees the first ever Chew Valley Nature Photography Competition and Festival. One of the people behind it is Chew Magna rector Richard Greatrex.
So Richard, you love Chew Valley Lake. This is your local patch.
It is.
When did your love of nature start?
Oh, right when I was a child. There's a saying, Peter Scott, his father, his last letter to his wife said, make the boy interested in nature.
I didn't know that.
And obviously Sir Peter Scott grew up to be a man who just loved nature and changed the way we think of conservation and wildlife.
Yeah.
And he was quite an early influence for me, I think, in many ways. And my parents, they weren't naturalists by any stretch, but they always got us out into nature and they made us interested in nature. My sister's the same now. And it was from there, just as a child,
Where did you grow up? I forgot.
centre of Birmingham.
Oh, really? So city centre?
So city centre, suburbs, but spent a lot of time in the centre of Birmingham, and not exactly a nature-friendly place. Yet if you dug around behind the back of the church, you would find all sorts of insects and bugs and wildlife there, and you just look out and there were great murmurations of starlings at that time in the city.
I remember those in Belfast in the evenings.
Yeah.
The sky was full of
them,
starlings.
and all the roofs on the city centre buildings were just chattering with starlings. Those sorts of things, and that's just where it came from.
Okay. Tell me now, you've instigated this competition.
It sort of came from me, amongst others, But yes.
So tell us about it. What's the idea?
So the idea was, we live in a really biodiverse area. I mean, this whole valley, and it's much more than the lakes. We've got Folly Farm, we've got almost onto the edge of the Mendips, and it's sort of, the Mendips feed us in many respects. There is so much going on around here, fields full of orchids and people's gardens, that I just wanted to showcase that and get people interested and intrigued by their own, the wonders that's on their own doorstep. And quite often it is on their own doorstep. I was walking back from church the other day, and on the Ton Bridge in Chew Magna there was a lesser stag beetle. You don't often see those. We've got long-winged coneheads in our garden, and if you don't know what that is, it's not a 50s band. It is actually a type of grasshopper.
Do you read up a lot? Do you read books on nature?
I have got a vast library of books. Yes, I do. Yes. I'm an inveterate collector, and natural history books is one of those.
And what would you say your favourite type of local creature is?
I love orchids. I love dragonflies. Yeah, it's great to see the dragonflies. It's just a sense of summer, isn't it?
So tell me about the lake, because the lake is a very special place, isn't it?
The lake is a special place, and you just don't realise it's man-made, do you, when you come out down here? It just looks as if it's always been here. It looks natural, and yet, 50-something years, 70 years?
Just 56 it is.
Yeah, so 70 years, isn't it? And yet it fits into this landscape fantastically well, and it draws in so many rare and unusual species. If you're into that sort of thing, the ospreys that are around now.
Already we are quite way into this photographic competition. The deadline for entries is end of July.
It's 31st of July.
So time is a ticking.
So time is a ticking.
So what are the best chances of someone doing well in a category that isn't very well represented so far?
Well, I mean, if you're a fun guy and you want to do some fungi, we haven't got many in that category.
Is it the wrong time of year for that, though, isn't it, or not?
It is, but they're talking about any photographs.
So you can take any photograph any time.
But
as you're saying, people's back gardens even.
Please, if you've got a good macro facility on your phone, which lots of them do have these days, you can get some amazing shots, and you just pick out the details of a jumping spider or something like that. Get to know what's in your garden. I mean, we'd love more insects.
One other thing I like about the competition is you've got separate children's sections.
We have,
we've
yes.
got school holidays coming now,
yes,
so they've got plenty of time, and they're closer to the ground as well.
Well, they are indeed closer to the and they probably like picking up the wormy things and stuff more than maybe some of us do.
So you'd encourage more entries all round?
Yeah, we've asked the schools, and we'd encourage more entries all round. We've had a fair flow, but and they're coming in now steadily, but we'd encourage more, you've got a chance to win and maybe be in the calendar we're going to produce.
Oh yes, tell me about that.
So hopefully we're going to have the 13 top photos, one for the cover, one for each month, and we will create an A4 calendar. It'll be our very own version of a certain popular
You're allowed
TV
to say
show's
country file
calendar. Yeah, you know, it'll be a localised version of the country file calendar that showcases what's out there.
Which actually will be a lasting record of
Yeah.
this lovely event. Which
It
do you plan it every year now? Is that
We
the
shall
idea?
see how it goes, but
Okay.
the intention is for it to be regular, if not
Yes,
every year,
yes.
regular.
Well, thank you, Richard. We
Thank
look
you.
forward to the end result of the winning
So
entries.
do we. I
And
mean,
there's an exhibition in the church.
So exhibition over the whole weekend of the 14th and 15th of September.
Brilliant.
The whole church will be turned into a gallery. We'll have other stalls and things going on there. There'll be some worship on the Sunday, but that'll all be based around the photographs, and so it'll be written on the hoof as to what turns up and what we're displaying. And
I think I might have to come along and take some film of all that. It sounds
that would be good. It'll be very different, so it won't be the standard fare.
lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.